Happy holidays to everyone. It's Christmas Eve. Thought I'd throw out a little holiday style episode. Got my fragile lamp that I picked up, my little hat, things I picked up for Rob's little Christmas song that I had to sing. So I figured I might as well get a little bit extra use out of it. Check out Cheap Comic Collector. See our Christmas episode with all of us doing our thing as a solar lamp. That's why the lamp is shaking back and forth. Sometimes the sun's hitting it, sometimes it's vibration for me. But yeah, I wanted to read a variety of Christmas comics. I was able to get three read in time. I didn't get the fourth one read, which of course would have been an Archie's Christmas stocking stuffer comic because they always have wonderful holiday specials and stuff that they do. But I just ran out of time, and I was thinking tomorrow was Christmas Eve, and we had one more day to go. So I got two new ones, two new Christmas comics, and an older one that's about 20 years old or so because it's got an advertisement in there for something that's 40 years right now. Uh, but before I get to that, I just want to give a little shout out to all the new people that I've been hooking up with in the YouTube community. Been having lots of fun, meeting a lot of great characters and their YouTube channels and all their videos, trying to keep up with everybody and keep going. And been joining some live events and stuff, at least in the chat, and then one that I finally started jumping on Thursday nights. But yeah, we got Crazy Hungarian. You can look up any of these people, check out their channels. Uh, from the desk of a small press publisher, Psychotronic Squirt Gun. Aaron does his well, Crazy Hungarian Joe. He's knowledgeable about a lot of 80s stuff and other stuff too, but he likes focusing episodes on certain things like Indiana Jones, Jaws, all the wonderful movies that we all enjoy. I like checking out his videos. Uh, from the desk of a small press publisher, Jody McPhee is creator himself, and you can check out his episodes and maybe catch him doing a drawing episode or talking comics or talking comic lore or talking things that are going on in the world of comics today and all that stuff. Uh, Psychotronics work on Aaron. Oh, Psychotronics work on. His name's Aaron. He does claim sales on Monday night. Is his $2 claim sale. That's pretty much a regular thing. And then he's been doing some other ones here and there to get rid of some extra inventory. Same with Cheap Comic Collector. Rob does his claim sales Saturdays in the midday at early afternoon. Usually starts around 11:45 Central Time. I can't remember what his would be. If it's Eastern or whatever, but Swag Duh, SWAGGDUH. I like how every episode he does. Well, he wants to know what you're eating and stuff like that. When he's showing off his comics and stuff, he has two video screens on the back, a TV and a computer screen or something like that, and he's got two different people that he gives shouts out to on there with that. That's always awesome. Random Rips Kevin from Random Rips. He likes doing trading cards. Uh, I picked up a few things I was going to show off with him if I did catch him live this holiday season because he's into the Hot Wheels and stuff like that. Into the sports cards, trading card stuff, and comics. But yeah, I've been up a few sports card packs because of him also. I figured, what the heck, I haven't opened those in a long time. I'd do a little opening in the new year or before the new year. See what happens. Higgy Pop. this guy's got the most energy out of anybody out there. He's just full of energy. Will definitely wake you up if you watch his podcast. Lots of great things in there. He's likes doing his little jokes, his voices, and his character things and all that stuff, and his awesome shows. Um, Graphic Man Micah, he's knowledgeable about the older comics and stuff. Fun guy. Great to have on the shows. Goes off all kinds of wonderful things. Beck Neptune. Well, I guess I gotta give him a double shout out. Yeah, Beck Neptune and Pizza Rat. They're a couple that works on comics. Has lots of fun going out and buying stuff, going to shops and stuff, showing you what they have and what they're picking up and all that stuff. Uh, Hero in Red Tights. Uh, don't think I checked out any channel stuff from him, but I know he's related to Metarog, and he's in a lot of the auctions and stuff that I'm in. I'm just gonna give these a rundown. You got Comic Book Collecting Quest, Ranger Sly. He's out of Canada. Great, uh, great idea on what to collect, but the downfall is me and him collect a lot of the same stuff. We're fighting in the auctions for things all. Got Heath Hoxie, uh, another one from the auction market. Easy comic reader. Mike, he's a lot of fun. He's a character. Lots of great comics. Loves his older comics. But yeah, uh, Dr. Silver Age. Rod sits there and shows you all basically what you would expect Silver Age comics and stuff, the older comics. Lots of knowledge about them, lots of fun ones. Um, Great show on Saturday morning. It's 9 a.m. Central Time, but it's the perfect way to wake up. And is, I love that Saturday morning. Just get up, have my coffee, check out Dr. Silver Age and whoever's with them on the show, and sit there and just shoot shit with everybody in chat and do the wake ups, and then go off and do the dump run and all the errand runs and all that stuff. Darth Gojira comics, Jim's uh, newer to, I think he's newer to YouTube. At least he's got a newer channel, but great knowledge of Godzilla. So check out his stuff. He's also been on the Thursday show and other shows, live event shows. Comics Embraced. We got Scotty Z70 or 270. I think it's Z70. Um, Circumstances. Yeah, Lady Fantastic. And most of these people I run into in chats and stuff like that, or they're moderators for different uh, things. Cliff on Comics. I've checked out a couple of his shows so far. Uh, he's a fun character, enjoyable to be around. We got Digger Jim. We got Drew, DRU. Got Christina Payne. She's awesome. She's one of the fastest moderators out there. And she will give everybody's link instantly. I don't know, she's got something set up on her computer because she's just popping them out just left and right. She's awesome. Keeps us up to date on things. You got Retroverse Man. We got Will from Cup of Comics. I like Will. I like his energy and his. I like that a lot of times he's watching either football or hockey in the background, so I get my sports updates in between. And introduced me to the getting a duck thing. I was always wondering. I keep seeing these different shows and they're talking with these raffles, win a duck, and then at the end of a month or the start of next month or whatever, like once a month, they have a duck race, and then however many ducks you won for that month, they get entered into the race, and you get to watch the race. Uh, I got Heroes for Hire, Matt. He's been putting out tons of content, almost a show a day, and so it seems like doing lots of live events. He's been hooked on it, enjoying it. I've been getting lots of great channel people to come and sit down and do his one interview show. I don't know. I can't think of any of the individual episodes for all these people right now. My brain's just going into MS mode and just going to Cog Fog Central. Uh, Captain Strange Life, comics and collectibles. We got the Library 88. We got W Vogs 18. Will. He's he's a fun character. He's been popping up on a lot of live cast. Lead Paint. We got Splash Page Comics. We got Wellbore. The Jackson Roykirk. Mark Spector Comics. I know I'm missing a bunch, but I tried to write down the ones I could think of off the top of my head. But there's so many new people that I've met in the community lately, and I've really enjoyed it. And I'm having a lot of fun with the YouTube YT friends and all the different claim sales and live cast and all that that's been going on. So you can check out anything I'm on. We'll be in the live section of my videos. If you want to check out our Crimson Color Comic Club, I have a section in my YouTube channel. Sorry, I got a replay of the Washington Commanders and Eagles game in the background. I just watched them almost run for like an 80 yard, 90 yard touchdown. I'm sorry about any coughing or noise in the background because I got people upstairs. I'm trying to have a nice recording without any background noise, but it's hard to do that when you're in a house full of people that don't acknowledge that you're doing things. Uh, let's talk a little bit about Christmas movies because a lot of people have been rattling off their favorite Christmas movies on their shows and stuff. And I'm listening to them, and a lot of people are focusing on the action movies and stuff like that, and not really getting into the heartfelt ones or the one I don't know. Me and the wife made our list last night of ones that we uh, pretty much watch every year or are adding to our list to watch every year. But we just tried to just come off the top of our head what we could remember that we really enjoy watching. And our list contains The Ref, Dennis Leary. If you haven't seen that movie, you got to see it. He's a thief, gets caught. Well, doesn't get caught, but kind of gets caught by a dog, and then ends up taking over a family's holiday to try and hide from the cops and try and get away and stuff, and while his partner's off in a bar finding a relationship and all that when he should be trying to help his partner get out of town. Great show. Trapped in Paradise, Nicolas Cage and them, just so much fun with these three characters. Dana Carvey, I can't think of the other one, but the three brothers basically go off to steal money from a bank in this town that they heard about when he was in jail, and they go and do it. There's also someone else from jail that's also wanting to rob the bank, so they're after him. And you got the cops after him, you got the people after him, you got they hook up with a family that they kind of like fall in with and really enjoy and kind of help turn their heart around. And there's just, it's a good Good movie. Check it out. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And Clark Griswold. Shitter's full. That's all you really gotta say. If you haven't seen that by now, there's something wrong with you. It's a Wonderful Life. Great heartfelt movie. Uh, I like the older black and white ones, and just something to pull on the heartstrings in the holiday season. A Christmas Story. I never really cared for it that much, but I grew into it over the years just because we watched it so many times. We watched the second one this year for the first time. Doesn't hold up like the first one, but it's decent enough and brings back enough of the characters. But I would have really loved to have seen more version of the first one, a little bit more like that, and more constant ongoing goofiness, but wasn't too bad. Nightmare Before Christmas, watch it more at Halloween than we do at Christmas because it can go either way, but in reality, it is a Christmas movie because that's what he's doing is taking over Santa's job for Christmas and then realizing because Halloween just ended and it's between Halloween and Christmas. But great animated movie. Elf. Will is awesome. That movie, I can watch that 3, 4, 5 times a year. It just cracks me up. Jingle All the Way. I know. Sinbad, Arnold Schwarzenegger, goofiness, but the movie holds up. It's not that bad. It's a decent enough film that's enjoyable to watch. And those two goofballs going at each other, trying to get the toy and the kid and everything that happens with them and stuff. Yeah. Scrooge, of course. There's 50 different versions or whatever. I like most of them. Uh, they're all pretty decent. I'd have to say my favorite is Scrooged with Bill Murray. Uh, that one just, yeah. I love when this is goes to Christmas past, present. I think it's the Ghost of Christmas present. She comes in and just crap out of it. At Miracle on 34th Street, and you got to have the main Santa movie in there, and just the whole thing, watching the whole Santa real or not real and all that, and another heartstring puller one there. Violent Night. That's our new action, take them out, kill them type Christmas movie. Really enjoyed that one. We seen it in theaters a couple years ago, and it's been on our list ever since. Spirited, great, another great one with Will and Farrell and what's his name from Deadpool. uh, my brain's just it's doing better than I thought it would. But yeah, that movie, a lot of singing. I want to rewatch it this year. Uh, Not big on the singing, but the songs weren't bad. Uh, that's the only thing that saved it for me. Otherwise, it would have been too musically. Muppets Christmas Carol, and you can't go wrong with that. You want a good Christmas Carol? Definitely check out the Muppets. They're always fun. Of course, I like the cartoon shows, the cooking shows, and stuff like that that they come out with. The Christmas light shows, uh, different types of series, all your regular shows that have their Christmas specials and stuff. But there's too many of those to mention, so I'm not going to get into them. And the Rankin and Bass stuff, you got to have your Rudolph and your uh, Frosty and the Snowman and all them. Uh, the Star Wars Christmas special is kind of an ongoing thing. And then we sat there and had a party at the comic shop where we watched it. They did it like every year before that, before I met up with that Crimson Color comic shop. And then we had our party with it. And then like a couple of years after that, they came out with a new one, which isn't that bad. It's better than the first one. But as far as Star Wars Christmas specials go, Guardians of the Galaxy is the best thing. Kidnapping Kevin Bacon and everything that happens with that, it's just hilarious. Cosmo, it's like bad dog. So you feel so bad for Cosmo. But yeah, Gremlins, of course, has to be on the list. I always forget about it because it doesn't feel Christmassy to me. It feels more Halloweeny, but it's that time of season, so it happens over Christmas, and it's all about giving a gift. And our newest one would be Red One. I liked it. And other than the two swear words that they had to throw in while the F word wasn't fully said, but still it was insinuated. I mean, it was a perfectly good kids movie for any kid to watch. And then they sat there and threw those two swear words in there. And it just took away from it. I don't know why they had to do that. I just ruined it for me. But it didn't ruin it for me. It just ruined it as far as kid wise. I think it would have been a more enjoyable movie if they just left those two words out. But this day and age, everybody's using them left and right and going crazy. All right. I want to keep this around a half hour, so let's just go over the three comics I have to review. We have someone else showed this off on a Christmas cover special on the YouTube group, and I mentioned that this is one that I did pull out to read for the holiday, and it is The Bakers meet Paul Dinky's Jingle Belle, and basically it's a story about Santa Claus, and it's fun style artwork throughout. Family get together, Christmas event going on. They're sitting there having to do some last. The Baker family has to do some last minute shopping prior to this. Santa Claus and his daughter Jingle Belle decide to. Well, Santa Claus drags her along, makes her come to help deliver the presents, and she's like not into it. She's a however few hundred years old teenager that just doesn't want to deal with Christmas anymore. And so he takes her with, and she steals his sleigh, takes off, ends up, well, prior to that, she runs away and then runs into this guy's family, the Bakers, and they're needing to go get some last minute gifts, and they call the babysitter company, and they thought Jingle Bell was the babysitter that was a last minute replacement for him. And so she came in to take care of their three kids. And when she does, the kids are asking about Santa, and she's telling them about she's Santa. That her name is JB, but they're like, that's a weird name. And she's like, well, my real name's even weirder. It's Jingle Bell. And she goes on about stories about Santa Claus and stuff, a little bit of history. And the kids are not believing, so she's like, well, you want to go to the North Pole? And so they go and steal Santa's sleigh and head off to the North Pole. She lets them pick out a present when they're there, and they get, get to learn that Christmas is real and learn a little bit about some stuff and make the family a little bit more behaved and happier and more enjoyable to be around. And then lots of other things happen while the family's out shopping, and of course it's a nightmare with all the other people and everybody fighting for a couple little pieces of whatever to give to their children and stuff. And yeah, getting presents that are going to end up being broken or damaged anyways because people are fighting to get them. But yeah, it was fun, and the cops become involved. Some things happen, but I did notice in here they have a nice little poster for the 20th anniversary of Usagi Yojimbo, and I love how they did that, and I wish they'd do one now because this year is the 40th anniversary, so it's basically 20 years past this comic. I keep feeling something on the back. Someone must have got some type of soda or something on the back of that comic. But yeah, that was a fun one. And then the next two are both newer comics that just came out this year. And the first one is DC's Batman Smells Robin Laid an Egg. Uh, it posted as February of 2025, but it did come out in December of 2024. So I don't know why they did that. But we start out with John Stewart, Green Lantern. He's not really on that page. Here we go. A story of him called Santa's Oath. Basically, someone needs a little help to believe and to save Christmas, and he just happens to help a lady that's helping Santa out for Christmas. All these were very enjoyable. Well done. Made me like characters I didn't really know about, sort of like this next one, which is this is the Secret Santa one. So I had these written out, and then they okay. This is the Secret Six in Secret Santa, and I didn't know who the Secret Six was, but I learned about them. I knew who Bane was, but I like how this whole story basically is represented in a way. It's basically while they're all on a job to get a package, Bane does some unboxing of his own, and we learn more about his mates that he's on a mission with than anything else. And then we also learn a little bit about Bane. I mean, he just it's fun listening to him how he's cares about each individual a different way and stuff, has these different perspectives of each person. Just very well done. That was probably it started out as my least favorite story because I didn't know anybody other than Bane, and ended up being probably my favorite story out of all of them, or one of the top ones. Our next story is Ghost of Christmas Present. This one's a Constantine story. Uh, it's basically John Constantine must give someone special a kiss, but what's going to happen, whether he does or doesn't give the kiss, and he even gets himself uh, well, not accidentally, but holidayed up with a nice little holiday sweater. They straighten him up, make him look a little bit decent 'cause he's in a broken down bar, drunk, of course, as usual, and all kinds of things are going to happen in the future. But yeah, he's got to give someone a kiss, and whether or not that kiss happens and who that person is you're going to have to read to find out. Our next one would be Joker. I think it's called A Criminal Life. It's a Criminal Life. That's the name of it. We get to see the Robin that the Joker killed ends up playing the ghost. Uh, the Joker gets to really find out if it's a wonderful life or not. But Robin helps him along the way and shows him what the world would be like without a Joker. And we find out whether or not it would be better. Our next story is Dead Man Walking, the Dead Man story. This one is basically some miners. I mean, Deadman has to try and find a way to save some miners who had an accident, and they're on their last day of work because they're shutting down, well, not shutting down the mine, but taking the workers out of the mine and stuff. The company has all kinds of plans. And while that's happening, they're finishing off their day and there's a collapse in the mine. And Dead Man has to do what he can to help. And some people outside are trying to get into the mine without collapsing it any further. And Dead Man does an awesome job in this story too, just helping everybody out for the holidays and giving the children something look forward to. We got Dr. Mid-Nite in Silent Night. Uh, this one is basically a silent comic, no talking in it. Uh, but basically, sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do if someone needs your help, and authorities may not care whether who these people are or why they're doing what they're doing, and authorities can take things in their own hands and basically ruin things even worse for someone that's just trying to help someone else. Next one up is Vixen with the Perfect Gift. Uh, Vixen basically has 12 days to get a special gift for a special someone that she cares a lot about. And you get to see how she goes about it and whether or not she does get it and get it to the person or not. And then I think the last one is Old Glowy Night. This is a Superman story where we get the toy maker. Starting out, toy maker's getting arrested, and all of a sudden Superman starts glowing, and he's like, "What's going on?" So he hits up the toy maker to see if he did it, and he's like, "Yeah, I did it. I'll let you know as soon as you let me go free." And so he knows the toy maker didn't do it, and he goes to another person, and keeps asking people who gave him this ability to brighten up, and he's like so bright that he's disturbing people along the way. But yeah, it they did a wonderful job with that story too. Fun little twist on a little gift that Superman had that didn't quite work out the way the person planned. But yeah, that was the Batman Smells Robin Laid an Egg special for this year by DC Comics. And the other company I picked up a special comic for was Top Cow Holiday Special. As you can see, all our characters on the cover are part of our stories in this one. And it's basically a one shot called All Through the House, cover by Mark Silvestri and Arif Prianto. But it starts out with the first story is The Befana, written by Marguerite Bennett, line art by Giuseppe Cafaro. And by the way, the DC one, lots of people worked on that. That's why I didn't have those written down. But and colors by Juan Fernandez. It's basically a holiday witchblade tale about the story of the Befana, which is the Italian Christmas witch. She goes by many names and gives gifts to all. What you get depends on if you were naughty or nice. You might get a ball of garlic, a lump of coal, or you might get some great gifts. But the witch, so you gotta watch out for those things. Then we get the darkness in 'Twas the Night Before Darkness, written by Mark Silvestri, line art by Tina Valentino, and colors by Ellie Wright and Fabio Montavani. Sorry about that. We got a Top Cow Dark Tale featuring Santa Claus, a family of darklings, and an old friend. Do it 'Twas the Night Before Christmas style. Uh, I want to sing the song because it's laid out with the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" stuff, but put it in the darkling style form. I love the little darklings. They're little even evil demon characters, and they're just they're fun. Uh, they're always some of my favorite characters from the Top Cow universe. But some things happen with Santa and stuff, and they gotta do what they gotta do. But yeah, I want to read the whole song, but that would ruin it for you, so I'm not gonna do that. And then we got 12 Days, written by Matt Hawkins, illustrated by Attilo Rojo, and letters by Troy Patiri. Basically, got Aphrodite 9 has to survive her own version of the 12 Days of Christmas, and these machinations are nothing to shake a stick at, or to shake a candy cane at, maybe. But yeah, she just has to go through level after level of different machinations representing the 12 days of Christmas. And it's another fun, wonderful story. So, those are my three holiday picks this year to read. I planned on reading some older ones too, doing a few Christmassy style episodes, but time flies by. Just don't have time for all that. So, but hopefully you'll enjoy this. A nice little break for the holiday season. If your family's driving you nuts or something, figured I'd put a half-hour episode out there showing off some Christmas stuff and giving my Christmas concepts and ideas. But yeah, thanks for following Under the Call of MS all this time, or if you're just new, that's awesome. Stick around, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes, help us out, leave comments. I will respond to all comments. Uh, and check out Crimson Color Comic Club. Check out my live events on my YouTube channel and all the other goodies. There's so much stuff between unboxing, previews, reviews, cover showing, just showing off comic unboxings and stuff. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff coming up the rest of the year and into the new year. And hopefully, this year coming up, we're going to add even more stuff to our channel. So keep an eye out, and we'll be back with more stuff to make you happy, hopefully someday. So take care. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And have a wonderful life. Bye.